You all have spoken, so it's finally time for me to make a video about possibly one of my most favorite mobile games, Shades Combat Militia.
Wow, now look at me, man. I'm hella cool. Alexa, play death metal.
Cruising down the street in my 64. Gonna come.
There's a shit ton of game porn in there.
So coming over here to the Google Play Store, as you can see, typing in Shades Combat Militia, if you go and try and look for it, you will see and find very quickly that it simply doesn't seem to really exist anymore. However, if you had already had the game downloaded and you go to Manage Apps and Device, and, go over to Manage, which I'm doing here, taking my sweet time doing so, you will see that Shades Combat Militia is in fact still there. Side note here, but what the fuck is that name? From here, the game is actually rather simplistic. And going in and playing the game, you can see, opening it up, that it was made with Unity, and you can see that it is linked with Google Play, which is rather interesting. The in-game currency is called Black Gold, which I'm pretty sure is some sort of a reference to oil. And you can see, going over here to, your character, you can see all of the different options. The starting weapons are the Galil AR and P26, as well as grenade and, simple melee, which doesn't matter. Assault rifles, you got the AK-47, the AUG, the FAMAS, and the M4A1, along with the Galil. For the submachine guns, you got the MAC-10, the PP-19 Bazan, the UMP-45, and the Uzi. For machine guns, you have the Negev, the M60, and the 249 SAW. For shotguns, you have the quote-unquote Nova, you have the quote-unquote Sawed-Off, and the quote-unquote XMF-1014. And then finally, for the handguns, you have the Desert Eagle, quote-unquote, the Glock 18, the P250, quote-unquote, the R8 revolver, and the USP, probably the USP-40 if we're being honest with ourselves. And going over here to the grenade, you have two throwable options, the grenade and the remote explosive. And then, simple melee, which in-game is shown as you butting someone with your elbow. And then you can see all the different options that you have here to do for your character. Me, I decided to dress him up in all black and give him a Steve head. And there are a bunch of different places that you can go to in-game. There's Carnage Company, Theater, Villa, Apocalypse, and Faller. Personally, I absolutely love Company to play in. It's a very tight arena. And there's only 7 enemies. And y'all are about to see, here's some gameplay of me going into Company here. And now that you've seen what it looks like when you win, here's what it looks like when you simply don't. Honestly, the fact the creator of the game decided it was a good idea to use bruh sound effect number 23 when you die, it is both very fitting and also why. Like, it makes no sense to me. Going back over to the rest of the game, as you can see here, there are a couple of other options. There is online and LAN play. As you can see, I just decided to try LAN here, and, there was nobody online, so it's not like I could really, play a damn game with anybody. And I actually tried this with another phone, and tried for about 3 hours to get it to work. So I eventually said fuck it, and decided to go all the way back and go over to online, which, surprise, surprise, didn't also fucking work. At the end of the day, what do I personally think of Shade's Combat Militia? Well, I think it's a pretty decent game, but I don't think it's one that you should seek out unless you really want to play this game. It's actually fairly difficult to get a hold of. I myself actually grandfathered it back into my phone in order to, be able to show you the gameplay here. And for my previous phone, before I had figured out that it was pretty much gone from the Google Play Store, I had to download an APK of it, which then grandfathered it back into the Google Play Store. Overall rating, I give this game about a 7 out of 10. It's fairly, it's fairly addictive, but it's not that great of a game. The top-down, more or less like isometric type view of the game is actually very interesting. It doesn't even try to attempt a first-person sort of feel. It actually plays a little bit closer to like GTA's 1 and 2 in that sense. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be doing a review of Grim Quest soon enough. Until then, later.
Man, this shirt sucks, man.
Hey, young man. Tired of looking bored and uncool?
Yeah.
Well, for every first Friday for $1, you can look as cool as me.
Really?
Yeah.
Just $1.
Just $1.
Take my money, man. Wow. Now look at me, man. I'm hella cool. Just like you.
Yes, you are.
Cruising down the street in my 64. Gonna come at you, knocking at your door. Gonna get the AK, gonna get it today. You'll never stop me, 'cause I slay.